What is up, everybody? Hope you're having a great day. My name's J Cal, and you are tuned in to the greatest, or something like that. Wait, we didn't even do it. And people are not coming in just yet, so we'll see how this goes. Let's go here. Uh-oh, we're running out of time. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's J Cal. What's going on? Nothing, huh? Very quiet today for the... What's up? What's up? What's up? It looks like Team Rocket was blasting off again. What's up, everybody? My name is J Cal, and I'm too high on my chair here. There we go. Gonna go live. Gonna do it live. We're going live. We're doing it. Should have the microphone near me, though. What's up, everybody? Hello. We're a little bit early. Thank you for one and all for checking this out. My name is J Cal. Every Tuesday I go live on TikTok and on YouTube. Had a gift goal. Okay, had a gift goal. What is up, everybody? What's up, Elle? What's going on? Hello, Isabella. Hello. Oh, sorry, Canned Tomato. What's up, everybody? How you doing? I should really get this where I could see it on my page, right? That'd be a good idea. Right? That'd be a good idea. Hi, keep it up. Thank you. I try. King Hendrix, what's up? What's going on? How you doing? Just gotta follow, King, because you're the first person to talk to me. Well, Elle did too. I take it back. Elle did too. Elle just got followed too. What's going on? Hey, what's going on, Deborah Watson? Hey, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Today is Tuesday. Just so you know, we're not pre-recorded or anything. We are live. Mitt's in the house. What is up, Mitt? I hope everyone's having a great Tuesday. I did some gym work. I'm getting audio from YouTube. Thanks for the share, Mad. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, we're just talking live, just doing it. Hope everyone's having a great day. I got my folks on YouTube and on TikTok. I'm not playing any games today. I'm just hanging out. We're talking NWA wrestling. We're talking all wrestling, really. What do you want to talk about? My pal Chris Drummond said, "Congrats to the NWA to getting a show in Long Island," and I'm like, "Yeah, we'll be talking about that on the in the next hour." Matt says, "We talking about Goldberg? I mean, do you want to get angry? Because we could talk about Goldberg." What's up, Sean Mega? Sorry I can't read your name over on YouTube. I believe that's Russian. I'm from Southern California. I am a California native. That's weird. It didn't show up on the Trashberg. Right? Come on now. Why? Look, I get it. No, I won't be going to Survivor Series. Those tickets I'm priced out. I'm priced out of the WWE market. I wish I wasn't, but it's just too expensive for me to get to these wrestling events. but I will probably watch it. Is Goldberg underrated? I think Goldberg is rated exactly the way he should be rated. I don't want to give him too much trash, right? Because let's be honest, Goldberg carried the back of WCW towards its dying days. He, along with DDP and Booker T, and to a lesser extent, like Bret Hart, are kind of what carried WCW on its way out, at least in the heavyweight division. And he did have a huge following when he was in WCW. Like, they were literally chanting his name, Goldberg. Like, but it's never been that good in the WWE. He's never had that much range. Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg will always be a match that sticks out to me. And it was just garbage. It was hot, steaming pile of garbage. And I really feel like that was a misstep for Goldberg. And they've brought him back a few times, and like I think he beat Brock Lesnar like very quickly. And I know they're trying to get him over, but who is this for? Who is out there calling for Goldberg in 2025? I don't think anybody is. So I don't know. I'm not. What I want from my pro wrestling is I want to see new stars being created. I want to see new talent being made. And I feel like going back to the recycle bin and pulling out Goldberg, who's now 58 years old, is not the direction I would want for my company. Now, let's be honest, Gunther is one of the most talented professional wrestlers to date. If anyone could get a good match out of Goldberg, I'm sure it's Gunther, but why? Why? Matt, I probably won't be watching NXT tonight. I'll probably watch it tomorrow on the CW app. That's usually how I watch it. Cody versus Randy for the King of the Ring finals. Jade versus Asuka. Women King of the Ring finals. Then Jade and Cody wins the tournament. That would be interesting. I still think we're not done with Jey Uso. And I don't know that Jey Uso is going to lose to Cody. I mean, it could happen. But, man, I don't know. Hey, what's up, Kips? Mitt says Braun Breaker with Braun beating Goldberg would have been more beneficial. I agree, Mitt. Like, but how do you get there? Like, and that's the problem. With Goldberg, there's this overwhelming feeling that you got to put him into a spotlight, right? Oh, it's Goldberg. You got to put him in the main event. Kips, of course you could say something. Alan says, I think Goldberg, he's going to crush Gunther. All right, then. What I root for the most when it comes to pro wrestling is unpredictability. If I know what's going to happen, I don't want it to happen. Jimmy Uso fan just said I look like Kevin Owens. You just ruined my day, Jay. You just ruined my day. Just kidding. Thanks for all the follows. Thanks for the lights. Hey, Kips, thanks for the heart me. I appreciate that. We are trying to grow a community out here on TikTok as well as YouTube. So all of your likes and comments do help. I appreciate that. I saw Haley Mills jump in. He speaks German, but we don't love Austria. TYP, that's our problem. One time you got Burt Kreischer. Matt, I've gotten... So my favorite one was I got Finn Balor. I got the chubby Finn Balor, and I was like, all right. That's a handsome man. I'll take it. Haley, what is up, Haley? I'd take a chubby Prince Devitt. Dad bought Fergal Devitt, Finn Balor. Oh, Axolotl. That's my kid. What's up? And, I'm supposed to be keeping track of how many times people call me Kevin Owens. I've got one so far. Noob is over on the other channel. Gunther wrestled clean, but his gimmick is not our favorite. I understand that. What do you think about Oscar coming back? Alan, which Oscar are you talking about? Are you talking about Rey Mysterio or a different Oscar? Who's my favorite WWE wrestler? You're right, Haley. I probably will. Asuka. I love Asuka. She's great. I think my favorite WWE... What I like about Asuka, now that you got me back to that, what you got me with Asuka is... Asuka reminds me of, and I know it's probably done on purpose, but she reminds me a lot of the Great Muta. And I know it's not like the exact same, but it's very comparable, very similar. And she's just so dynamite in the ring. And it's been a while since we've seen her, so I'm a big Asuka fan. Hey, thanks for the heart me, guys. Haley, thanks for the chili peppers ×2. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Um, uh, the Ultimate Warrior, that's a good one too. What I like about Asuka is she's something different. We haven't seen Asuka in a very long time, so having her return to the King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring, I think it's going to be exciting. And I didn't want them to pull the trigger too quickly on. Thanks for the follow. I didn't want to see them pull the trigger too quickly on Stephanie Vacquier. I'm okay with people paying dues, right? Um, when people come to the WWE, I want them to work up. I don't want any spotlight to be given to them. We see that with Logan Paul, but even with Logan Paul, like they did make him have a few matches before, putting him into a world title match, and Stephanie Vacquier is great. Julia is great. The women's division is probably tougher now than it has been in a long time, and with Asuka being back, I'm certainly excited about it. Also, hate to see what happened to Liv Morgan. That was kind of a bummer. See, in Haley, that might be a good like 2 point. Sorry, I read Kips's comment. That might be a good feud for Stephanie after the Queen of the Ring, right? Alan asked, "Do I think Rhea is going to get the belt back?" I mean, eventually, yeah, of course. I think Rhea is going to be like, she's like the Undertaker of the women's division. Let's see. Steph is our new Paige 2.0. Kips, I don't see that. I don't see her as that either. Oh, AS just called me Kevin. Oh, crash out. That's number 2. We're keeping track. Hey, Kips, I didn't even notice you sent the hey there gifts. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I look, I'm blown away by your guys' generosity. I'm blown away by your I think my content is decent enough to get likes, right? I appreciate you guys coming in here and giving me likes. I appreciate you guys subscribing or following, all that stuff. That's really cool. I still don't know how to react when people send me gifts. It's very generous. I totally appreciate it, but it always makes me a little uncomfortable because I don't want your money. I want TikTok's money. I mean, I appreciate the gifts. I really, really do, but it makes me feel weird. Thank you, Haley. I appreciate that. I try, like, authenticity is very important to me. I try to be myself across all platforms. If you met me in person, I'm basically the same person, whether you meet me when I'm at work, when you meet me with my wife and kids, when you meet me when I'm online streaming with my friends. So I try to keep it down to earth, right? Like I don't pretend to be anything that I'm not. I just yeah, she did. I got her a foot massager, Haley. It was the one on the TikTok shop. And it's the shiatsu foot massager, and it warms up and it squeezes and it rubs, and it did. She did like it, so thank you. I forgot I talked about that. Kips, thanks again, man. I just saw the other gift. Wow. Again, generosity is so kind. I appreciate that. I'm also on YouTube right now, too, and I don't want to neglect those guys because those are my good guys, too. Haley, the Lego set. I have Lego sets, but for her, she got sunglasses, she got a t-shirt, and she got a foot massager. The pizza oven mitt, I gotta check that out. Oh, Haley, yeah, and she also got the Office Monopoly. That's right. The Office Monopoly. Yes, I forgot about that one. Let's see real quick. Sean Mega over on YouTube says Goldberg versus Latimer. So that would be an interesting case. See, Goldberg hasn't done anything in the NWA before, and although he is 58 years old, he has star power that the NWA doesn't have. I don't feel like in 2025 Gunther is a lesser star than Goldberg, but in 2025 I think Goldberg is a bigger star than Tom Latimer, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. I don't find you on Insta. Can you send me the name as a message? Yeah, Kips, I could do that. I don't know if I can do that right now, but yeah, I'll do it later, Kips. It's just at the Alliance blog. This is my social on everything. At the Alliance blog. It's in the chat. Just like that. Jeremy said Goldberg shouldn't be anywhere near a title. Who has he beat to justify this move? That's right. I mean, look. I also agree with that. And Dodie over on YouTube says, don't give Billy Corgan any ideas. We'll talk more about the NWA in the next 45 minutes. But, right now I'm talking a little WWE, talking AEW if you want to talk AEW. Jason Yes Movement says, agreed, Goldberg is not a huge draw. Look, I think there was a time and place for Goldberg, but I think that time has passed, right? What would have been fascinating is if AEW picked up Goldberg and had him do the job to Bobby Lashley. Hey, thanks for the follow, Mercenary Team Leader Kim. I don't think, look, Goldberg in the WWE has done everything that Goldberg in the WWE needs to do. Gus Cortez just called me Kevin Owens. I'm not Kevin Owens. I'm J-Cal. I'm not Kevin Owens. Thanks for the follow, Gus. Yeah. So, thanks for the follow, Final Flash Wrestling. So yeah, we're talking WWE. We're talking, if you want to talk AEW, you want to talk SoCal Wrestling, you want to talk the NWA, you want to talk United Wrestling Network. You and Soto are our German faves from the WWE community. That's awesome. Soto is a hell of a good guy. I really like being friends with Soto. He's a good dude. And if you love WWE content, he really makes it easy to stay on task, even if you miss an episode. That's what I love about Soto. And he's a really good guy. Very nice person. Can't say enough nice things about him. Soto is WWE. Final Flash Wrestling said, hello, Kevin Owens. I'm adding you to the list. You're on the list, Final Flash Wrestling. Not Kevin Owens, God. Oh, now you too, Josh, huh? You too? I am not Kevin Owens. Not Kevin Owens. Not Kevin Owens. All right. Crash over. What's up, Lily? Yeah, not simply. That's it. I have my list now. Wrestling is more than one royal family, right? We all family. That's right. I use the hashtag We Are the Alliance on all my social media posts because it's not just me. It's us. There's a community of us. We are all wrestling fans. Wrestling with Classics is up on YouTube. That's another guy right there that I need to meet you. Wrestling with Classics. I don't know the next time I'll be in your neck of the woods, which I believe is like in St. Louis, but the next time there's an NWA event there, I hope to meet up with you. Okay, let's see. Wait. You guys are getting too fast with me. All right, Lucas says Kevin Owens. All right, okay, I'll take that one. Do I crash at that? All right, we'll crash. No, I'm not Kevin Owens. All right, Chandler said if Bert Kreischer and Kevin Owens had a baby. See, now Chandler, if someone were to say, give me, I don't know, a galaxy, I'll do the rest of the podcast without a shirt on. Then I can really be Bert Kreischer. Let's see. Is Kevin Owens related to Kevin Steen? I remember there's someone in ROH who looks like Kevin Owens. Yeah, Dodie. Yeah, there is. Let's see. The Alliance seems like a good faction name. Yeah, we've been... to be honest, I kind of borrowed it from the WCW, ECW conglomerate that joined up to take on the WWE as the Alliance, but it's been used a few times since. And actually, right now, my good friend Reina Del Rey in Women of Wrestling, they're using that as their stable name too, so it does work. Kip says, no, not Kevin. My grandmother says you look so much better than KO. Tell your grandmother thank you kindly, Kips. I appreciate that. Lily says, I'm not trying to be mean, but you do look like KO. Oh, God, Kevin Owens, not Kevin Owens. All right. I promise you guys, if you if you call me Kevin Owens, I'm gonna crash out. It's not a real crash out, but as long as you're having fun, that's all that matters. Army says Kevin Owens. Oh, Kevin Owens, no. Sean Vega said, look like Chase Owens. That's worse than looking like Kevin Owens. He ain't the crown jewel. Matt, go eat something. The Steenizer was a sick finish. Is that Russell Rand? Is that your way of saying that I look like Kevin Owens? Hey, real quick, Demarion, I didn't see that you sent me a rose. Thank you so much for that. I do appreciate it. What belt is behind me? Jason Yes Move. I have several belts near me. So this one, oh, see, you guys can see all my junk back here. Whoops. That's for the YouTube audience, I guess. Behind me is I have the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship right here. Right behind me, I have the big gold belt. Then we have the World Class 6-Man Tag, and it's kind of hard to see, but see if I can move the camera slightly. Right here is the NWA British Commonwealth Championship, and right over here is the NWA television title. It's about as good as I'm going to be able to show you guys here. If you watch me on YouTube, you'll see everything. All right, now some of you guys have been calling me Kevin Owens, and that just doesn't sit well with me. So let's go through it. Matt, go get something to eat. You shouldn't be hungry. Coda says, yo. What's up, Coda? RJ said Kevin Owens. Not Kevin Owens. Sammy, I'm not Kevin Owens. I'm not Kevin Owens. Wait, her name is... Kips, I don't want to mispronounce it, so I'm going to try my best. Please don't take offense, but is it Agache? Kips, I apologize if I didn't say that correctly. If you want to phonetically write it in English for me, I'll try my best. And then GTF just said, Kevin Owens. Oh, not Kevin Owens. J. Cal from the Alliance blog. Look like Chase Owens. Sean Vega, you're the best, buddy. Myself said, Kevin Owens. Kevin is almost Kevin, and I'm not Kevin Owens. I'm J. Cal. Oh my God, you guys are getting too far into it. Now I'm only gonna crash out once per person. I can't crash out the entire chat here. Let's see. Coda says, I know the NWA belt. Yeah, it's a good one. Scarlett Uso says, Kevin Owens. Scarlett, I'm not Kevin Owens. Sammy. I don't know. I don't do a good Kevin Owens impression. I kind of did for a minute, and then I lost it. Hey, Jason, thank you for sharing the live. RJ said you're literally Sami Zayn if he got Kevin Owens coded. Oh, my God. Hill Murphy, is that a way of saying that I'm Kevin Owens? Because I'm not Kevin Owens. Well, thank you, Royal Protobot Samsung. I think that's a nice comment. Hey, Ashley Nicole, thanks for hanging out. Darren is a nerd. He definitely looks like him. Oh, God, not the Kevin Owens. Hill Murphy says KO. That's another one. I am not Kevin Owens. I'm J. Cal, damn it. Read the username 618 said Kevin Owens. Oh, I am not Kevin Owens. Triple Mania. Oh, must be a AAA where I bask in the sunset over Guadalajara. I love it. It's the Temu version of KO. No! Clearly, you could have bought me on Wish. You were looking for a cheaper price and got it on Temu. But yeah, this was supposed to be a wrestling chat, and so far I've said that I'm not Kevin Owens at least 14 times. Kips, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you hanging out. I apologize if I didn't get grandmother's name correctly, but I do hope you have a good day tomorrow, and thanks for hanging out with us. Read the username. What was your favorite person you performed a powerbomb on? I would have to say my sister, Jonna Marie, or perhaps my friend Brian Kirby, because he was a little bit bigger than me. and weighed a little bit more than me, a little bit taller than me, and I still got his ass up and snapped it down. So, oh wait, did you mean for Kevin Owens? I'm not Kevin Owens. Uso versus Cody. Yeah, that surprised me. I really thought during the finals of that match that we were going to see either Sheamus or Bronson Reed. And honestly, I was hoping Bronson Reed would win, not because I thought Bronson Reed was going to win the tournament or anything like that, but you have to understand that the King of the Ring is going to propel one person. It's either going to be Cody, it's going to be Jey Uso, or it's going to be Randy Orton. So the King of the Ring tournament is there to propel somebody, which means people are going to have to lose in the tournament. So who gets hurt when they lose in this tournament? A guy like Jey Uso, a lot of you, not me, a lot of you think that the WWE should have taken the belt off of him. I think they should have. And I think he needs to suffer a little bit, not because he's not good enough, but because that's what makes a champion. He's got to go through the ringer. Getting that opportunity to win the Royal Rumble, to get advanced into the main event at WrestleMania to challenge Gunther for the world title, that was practically handed to him. What he has to do is he has to get beat. He has to get knocked down when he's already down. And then when he climbs up, eventually he'll take that spot and earn it. And so the people who are out here saying, oh, he didn't earn it, they'll have to eat their words. Let's see. I have Cody winning it. Yeah, I mean, I think Cody might win that match too. Just because, again, I think somebody needs to... I think Jey Uso needs to... Again, not that I don't want him to succeed, but he needs to get knocked down a little bit. What are your thoughts on Goldberg? Is it for the title? My thoughts on Goldberg is I feel like he's already done everything he needs to do in pro wrestling. I feel like this is a vanity project, and I don't feel like him returning to the WWE is going to do anybody any good. If they wanted to use Goldberg to put somebody over, Braun Breaker would have been the guy. At this point, I don't see the value Goldberg carries anymore, not for the WWE. And to put him right there in a title match, it doesn't do it for me. Let's see, Sami Zayn out. Yeah, I don't see Sami winning it, and especially they've already alluded to him in engaging in a feud with Karrion Kross, which I think is going to be really, really good. Let's see. Who do you think will be John Cena's final opponent? It really depends on how they want to play it out. I think the best final opponent would be The Rock. But I think it'll probably end up being Cody. Josh Vanberg says, I thought Cody was going to turn heel for a minute. I thought so too. I really did. I felt like like maybe he was going to join Paul Heyman's group, and it would be very, very surreal for it to happen. It felt weird. Thank you for the follow. Read the username. Appreciate that. Thank you for the follow, GCT Wrestling. I appreciate that. Holy smokes, it's Kevin Owens. I am not Kevin Owens. I'm crashing out. Oh, man, that's 15. You're number 15 on the list. Guys, look, post Owen. Oh, I can't even say that. Owen Kevins? All right, I'm going to write that one down. That counts, Taylor. That counts. You're on my list. Space Lover says Kevin Owens. 17 of you said that I look like Kevin Owens, and that's just not sitting well with me. Holy smokes is right. Thank you, Coda. Thank you for getting it right. Assassin, get well soon, Liv Morgan. Yeah, I mean, that looked really shaky. Like it was a very... Accidents happen in pro wrestling. It's not performance art. I mean, it is, but in the essence that you could get hurt doing this. It is risky, and man, it just looked like she got just the most awkwardest fall to break her arm. I hope it wasn't broken. I hope it's not bad, but they haven't said anything yet. Reader username, say his name, and he appears. That's right. James says, I think Sammy's going to win King of the Ring. He's going to turn on either Uso or Cody and go with Cross. That would be interesting, James. It'd be a very interesting, compelling way to present Sammy, especially when, Kevin Owens couldn't get Sammy to go heel and help him beat Cody at Saturday night's main event. And Cody stole that championship from Kevin Owens. It's not right. I mean, hey, BWB. Ring of Hardcore says, Kevin Owens, when are you going to return back to the WWE? I am not Kevin Owens. I am not Kevin Owens. I am J Cal from the Alliance blog. How dare you, sir? How dare you, sir? I like that. I saw that. I'll get back to that. Next person that sees Kevin should tell me he looks like Jay. That's awesome. That's good, RJ. I like that. Coda says Rhea must need to be more careful. It wasn't against Rhea. It was against Kari. The Kari curse. What does this mean for the tag team titles? Well, what I imagine will happen is that they'll put the tag titles on Roxanne Perez along with Roxanne and Raquel. Braun's cousin signed with the WWE, Scott Steiner's son. That is interesting. And that's crazy because Braun Breaker had an NFL career. At least I knew he played collegiate football, and I think he played a little bit in the NFL. So he was already predisposed to being an easy crossover for pro wrestling. But you start thinking about all the football players who became pro wrestlers over the years, and I'm not just talking about Mongo McMichael from the Chicago Bears or Goldberg, who was on the Atlanta Falcons, but there's a lot of guys who played in the NFL or played collegiate football at a high level and became pro wrestlers. I mean, Ron Simmons was from Florida State, the Seminoles. Vader played for the Rams. Thank you, Ring of Hardcore. I appreciate that. Coda says you found another Kevin Owens lookalike. Oh no. Hey, Ring of Hardcore, what's going on, my friend? Batman says, I think Sammy wins King of the Ring, beats Gunther, but Seth cashes in and Sammy wins a Royal Rumble. That's some long-term storytelling, Batman, but I would have put that above the WWE. Over on YouTube, Wrestling with Classics said some guys are better chasing the belt other than being the champion. I agree with that too. I 100% agree with that. Thank you for the follows, guys. I really do appreciate it. I'm trying to keep up with everybody, so I apologize if I'm not hitting everyone in the right way. But King, thank you. I don't know what your name is, but I think that's the Chinese characters. Thanks for following. I appreciate that. I think Sammy wins King of the Ring, beats... Oh, we did that one. Sorry, guys. Bro, are you related to Kevin Owens, though? Honest question. Okay, you didn't call me Kevin Owens, so I'm not going to crash out. It is... I understand why you guys think I look like Kevin Owens so much. I get it. It's not lost on me. We're both in our 40s. I'm a little bit older than he is. We have that middle-aged dad bod with tattoos look. I get it. No, we're not related. He is from Canada. I live in the USA. He speaks French Canadian. I speak un poquito español. I don't think if he's in my family tree, it hasn't popped up on Ancestry yet. So we'll see. Imagine a modern day Steiner's tag team. Yeah, thanks for the heart, Z-Love. I appreciate you. Yeah, a modern day Steiner tag team would be fantastic. One of my favorite tag teams on the indies is a tag team called the Wolf Zaddies. That's Bad Dude Tito and Che Cabrera. And they are probably the most authentic Steiner Brothers type tag team you could find. In fact, Bad Dude Tito calls himself the Mexican Steiner Brothers. So they're a fun team to check out. Biggest pop once their music hits: Rhodes, Uso, Punk, Orton, or Knight. Oh, man. Thank you for that, Z. I appreciate that. Let's see. Get back. Let me see what you're saying. Biggest pop once their music hits: Double D with the Roses. Thank you, Devin. Biggest pop once their music hits: Rhodes, Uso, Punk, Orton, or Knight. Man, it's got to be Jay or Punk, right? I mean, Jey Uso is so over, guys. And whether you like him or not, he is so over. Thank you for the tiny diny Z. Appreciate you. LA Knight's great. Love LA Knight. Love all those guys really, but like Punk really gets that crowd reaction, and I think so does so does Jey Uso for sure. Roman Reigns when he comes back, right? Some more Us coming. Yeet. Hikaleo and Zia. Well, so I saw Hikaleo last year. Actually, I've seen him a couple times, but I saw him last year at the Ontario Convention Center, the Toyota Arena, I think is what they call it now, for New Japan Strong. Him and El Phantasmo defended the tag titles against my guys, Shane Haste and Mikey Nichols, TMDK. TMDK won those belts that night, and Hikaleu has been off of like left New Japan shortly after that and has just started making his way into the WWE on dark matches and stuff. I think he's ready, and I think he's a big dude, and I don't know what they're going to do with him. I don't know if he's going to be Solo's heater or he's working with Jacob Fatu. I don't know, but I'm excited to see him. As far as Zilla goes, I mean, Zilla still needs more conditioning, man. He's still young, guys. He's not ready for the big time yet. When he gets there, he's going to be just like Jacob Fatu. He's going to dog walk people, but he's not there yet. Give him time. Let him grow. Roll Off Driver says, when you coming back, KO? Because he thinks that I look like Kevin Owens. He thinks that I look like Kevin Owens. And that puts you on the list. Roll Off Driver. You're on my list. Oh, there goes the pen. It's all tongue-in-cheek, guys. I'm not really mad. This is for fun. I do this for fun. Thanks for hanging out. I think Sami wins the King of the Ring, beats Gunther, beats Seth, but Seth cashes in, and then Sami wins Rumble. I think you already said that, but I appreciate you. Let's see. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I got distracted there for just a second. Let me get back to it. See him getting his title shot. I think Punk wins, but Seth catches in. That might be it, too. Mad is getting food. Good for you, Mad. Eat. Z, what's going on with your phone? Why is it dying? Wait, so KO's the Molson version and you're the Corona? That's all right, Josh. Well, see, I'm an American and I'm not Mexican. I go to TJ and I've been using Duolingo. I like to learn language. Although I can't use it sometimes, like right now, but I like to try to speak the language that I'm there. James says, I have to say the beard makes you look like I'm just saying. Yeah, so here's the thing, right? Before he was Kevin Owens, he was Mr. Wrestling Kevin Steen, and he wrestled in Reseda for a little wrestling promotion called Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. And at that time, he didn't have facial hair either. I didn't have facial hair back then, and we looked similar even back then. As I got older, I grew out my facial hair. So did Kevin, and now we have the similar look. And it is what it is. But yeah, Molson version. That's funny. It'll be Sami and Jay at the end. When Sami wins, he'll beat Gunther. Seth cashes in, and Roman comes back. I mean, that's kind of a, that is a very long storyline that has to play out. But I feel like there's room for that. You wish the NWA would sign the Wolf Saddies? I wish the NWA would sign the Wolf Saddies too. Those guys deserve it. Kendall Smith, you just made the list. Double D's at the McDonald's drive-thru. I'll take a, ever since I stopped serving breakfast, McDonald's is less appetizing to me. They used to serve breakfast all day. You get a sausage McMuffin anytime you wanted. Now, you can only get it until 10 a.m. and it's like, maybe I want a sausage McMuffin. And I can't get one. Jackson Moore says, do you think any wrestling shows will come to Hawaii? Back in the day, Hawaii used to be a great wrestling territory, mostly because when there were more territories and less national promotions, Hawaii was always a great layover for wrestlers from Japan coming to the U.S. or going to Japan. And so they would always have big name talent in Hawaii, just even for a night or two, because, Japanese talents were going back home or coming to the U.S. Perfect place for them to stop at. Seth cashes in on Cody immediately after Cody beats Cena. That Double D, that would be a huge heat magnet for Seth. 100%. And you know, you've got all these hanger-ons who have been making it seem like you know, he's a huge baby face, and he should be a heel. That would make him a heel. Matt says, do you think Roddick Moss should sign to the NWA? I mean, I know he's a part of the whole American Gladiators, and you know, that's the thing. I don't think I think he's better suited for somebody like TNA, and it's not because I don't think he's a good wrestler. I think it's because the NWA doesn't know how to use guys who aren't either homegrown or already stars. And I think once it gets to that, it'll be different. All right, a couple of you guys called me Kevin Owens, so let's go. Monkey Production says, KO! I'm not Kevin Owens. I'm J-Cal from the Alliance blog. I'm not Kevin Owens. Rich Sheet says, Kevin Owens! No, Rich, it's J-Cal. J-Cal from the Alliance blog. I'll be all right. Coyote Hustle says, hey, bud, rehab going? Honestly, I don't think Kevin's gotten the neck surgery yet. And I'm going to put you down as a KO commenter. Or Denver, Colorado. Hey, Josh, there are a couple wrestling promotions in Denver. There's like Lucha Libre Laugh, I think is what it's called. That's a good one. They use Royce Isaacs and Heidi Howitzer and a couple other good talents. You should check it out. Steven Solis says, are you almost cleared for an in-ring return, KO? I'm not Kevin Owens. I'm J-Cal from the Alliance blog. Is Liv's injury real or work? You know, Jason, that is a great question. And and I can't tell you that. Look, it looked very awkward, the landing, and the way that the match ended the way it did, like there was no outside interference. They didn't bring out like a replacement or anything else like that. It makes me feel like it was real. If it was a worked injury, I mean, maybe Raquel would have come out, maybe Roxanne Perez would have come out, but no, they just left it the way it was. So to me, I don't think that was a work. I think that was a shoot. That's funny. That's funny, Steven. Let's see. Going back to Josh Bamberg, the Crockett family wants to buy the NWA back because they don't think Billy C knows how to book. Josh, you are 100%. He doesn't know how to book. That's what I say every Tuesday and Thursday. That man does not know how to book. He's got a check though, and it's got a lot of zeros behind it, and you know, people will keep working for him because he keeps writing a check. Double D says he saw the zoomed in photos of her shoulder, her purple shoulder. That sucks. Royce Isaacs or should be number one contender for Tom Latimer. I would take Royce Isaacs back in the NWA in a heartbeat, but it is what it is, you know. I think he's very content working the Indies in SoCal, working for New Japan Strong with Jarrell Nelson as the 1% or the West Coast Wrecking Crew. He's a phenomenal talent. I don't know that him going to the NWA is even a smart move for him because, you know, how did they use him last time? They made him a buffoon chasing Mae Valentine instead of a serious wrestler. They could have done something with him special, and they just didn't do it. Josh, they got. I'm not going to call that a TV deal. If Roku is paying for production, that's awesome, and that's more than what the NWA could have asked for. But I still don't really think of that as a TV deal, just for the simple fact that they're not actually on television yet. They're still on a streaming platform. But I think it still could be good for other things. Now, give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Hang on just a minute. Hey, wait a minute. Double D, you can't call me Kevin Owens. You know I'm J-Cal. Damn it. But at least it gives more exposure to a bigger audience. That is true, Josh. And that I can get excited about. When they first announced that they were going on Wrestling Central with their past episodes, I thought, okay, this is a good opportunity for them to be seen by a wider audience. And we'll talk about that on the next 45 minutes or next 30 minutes. We talk about the NWA exclusively at the 2 o'clock hour or 5 o'clock on the East Coast. But yeah, I do like the idea that it's going to get more eyeballs on the NWA, and if Roku is helping to produce the show, even better. That's a win for everybody. But yeah, wrestling, am I right, guys? Double D, I work from home on Tuesdays, so if this guy starts ringing, I have to jump out of shop for a minute. But yeah, I mean, I guess I do work half days on Tuesdays. The neck's a little tired from working Monday nights. My wife was about to say something smart. Say it. Say it. Yell it out.
Is this shirt too see-through for gymnastics?
Yes, it is. I like it, but yeah. Now they're asking, why aren't you on camera? Just kidding. They haven't said that. Josh Danberg says, I thought she was going to call you KO. Oh, God, not my own wife. Definitely a wife question. That's how it goes sometimes. Double D, you have a wife and kid. You know what it's like. The camera's right there. Well, see, there's no one in this world that can throw me for a loop more than my own wife. Because not only is she gorgeous and funny and all that, but she is very ballsy, right? She'll say what's on her mind. And sometimes I don't know how to respond to her. What's up, Renato? Is that how you say it, Renato? I hope everyone's having a good Tuesday. I'm having a good Tuesday. I did legs day at the gym today. I did leg press 235, 3 reps of 8. I was pretty happy with that. I squat racked, not squat rack, that's not what it's called, calf raised. Did 275 on the calf raise. Felt pretty good about that too. What are you doing today? What is up with you, TikTok? The chat got quiet. See, you guys got thrown for a loop from my wife too.
They're not sure if they should ask.
She's on TikTok at Sweet Vanilla. You just have to find her though. You praise her. I do. My wife is amazing. I love her.
I don't like how this fits with the bra.
Sorry, I'm distracted now. She's trying on clothes behind me. You guys can't see it.
Good.
Cameras are facing this way. She's just over here. Sucks for you. Kaysen Sanderson says, KO. I'm not Kevin Owens. I'm J-Cal. I am J-Cal of the Alliance blog. I'm not Kevin Owens.
Oh, Kevin Owens.
Double D said, I get it. Take the next 15 minutes to do your thing. I love you, Double D.
He'll be back in 4.
My wife said I'll be back in 4. Are we doing the foreplay then? Honey? Oh, well. Yeah, Jason, it was not so much the see-through shirt. It was the fact that she was trying on clothes behind me. Curious if Miss Cal looks like KO's wife. No, KO's wife is brunette. My wife right now has blue hair, teal hair. And my wife is way better looking. Hey, Mad, you have a good one. Enjoy your food. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We'll be back next Tuesday. I think we'll be on Thursday as well. I'm trying to get my wife to come on lives with me more often. Yeah, Double D. Her hair looks pretty dope right now.
Kevin Owens' wife.
Now my wife is looking up what Kevin Owens' wife looks like. His wife is way hotter than yours. Well, Zach, that's your opinion, dog. I know if my neck was injured, I wouldn't be able to turn my head so quickly. I'm telling you, it's not. I'm not Kevin Owens, Coyote. I think Matt Cardona will return to the WWE. I don't know, man. I think Matt Cardona, like, it felt like it was imminent, like 2 years ago, and then it still hasn't happened, and I'm just shocked that it hasn't happened yet. And next week wear a neck brace. I have like let's see, it's an old towel, right? I can just do this, right? The way he's moving his head is definitely a horror. That's funny. Jason, if you're not following me already, follow me. You're fun. You're a fun dude. Oop, how do we do that? There it is. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm following you. Yeah, Zach, of course they don't have interest in him. If they wanted him, he'd go. That's the thing about... See, my towel isn't long enough. Here I am, hoping my neck injury heals better. Is this what you guys want? Is this what you wanted? I feel like I'm drunk right now. I haven't had a single drop to drink. Yeah, they have no interest in him. Yeah, the thing about him is I don't think, especially like what we just saw, right? They were threatening to release Ron Killings. They did release Carlito. They did release Valhalla. They had recently, and I say released, they just didn't renew their contracts. A few months ago, they released a bunch of talent. I don't think that the WWE is looking to hire guys now that are out there. I feel like they have that farm system, they're hiring the youth movement, right? Because you could pay them less. You hire these guys to go work LFG and NXT, Level Up, whatever they're calling these programs now. Put these guys in Evolve, put these guys in the WWE ID program, and let them work for you, building your brand, building your name. And when they have an opportunity to promote these guys, promote them, market them, create them in your own image. And then when they bust out on the scene, you put them into the main event, they win the world title, you get every drop of value that you can out of them, then you release them to go to AEW or go work MLW. That, to me, I think is the life cycle now of a WWE superstar. I don't think you're going to see them signing a lot of independent wrestlers. I just, not high-level independent wrestlers. Guys who you think are going to be the next so-and-so. I think AEW will corner the market on those kind of talents, and the WWE will continue to, for a lack of a better expression, draft through the indies. Bars thinks I sound like Kevin Owens too. I mean, that, you know what, that counts, Bars. That counts. You're on my list, Bars Wrestling. I'm not Kevin Owens. Josh, there is a guy here on TikTok. His name is like Creative Mad. I can never remember his name, but he looks just like Sammy. It's insane. As much as you guys think I look like Kevin Owens, I feel like this guy looks even more like Sammy, and he's got the facials down. He doesn't sound like Sammy, but in terms of looks, he looks just like Sammy. And it was funny because I think he lives in Scotland, lives in the UK, and I was in Scotland back in April. That's when I first became aware of him. I was like, oh, we could have done a video together. Yeah, Jason, yes, move it. He does do the Sammy video. Zach, what are you trying to say there? No Kevin Steen in you. Okay. I seen a guy that looks similar to Triple H. Mitt, no way, dude. Where? On TikTok? He should just go hug indie talents and like point to him like, where your wife? Zach, that's not a privilege for you, sir. That's not a privilege for you. My wife doesn't look like Kevin's wife. It's good, bro. You're right. She doesn't look like Kevin's wife. The way TKO does handling with WWE, it makes me upset that Shane didn't get offered to buy. Yeah, well, I mean, look. You know what, Zach? It was fun while it lasted, but goodbye. I don't know why you have to come into my chat and be rude. Hey, St. W's. All right, that W partner. What's your favorite W flavor? Big Energy Tears is one of my top favorite ones. I also like the Calio Cream and the Beach and Peach. Those are my three favorite flavors. No, I'm not having O1X. No. Let's see. All right. Yeah, the thing about Shane is, I mean, he's got money. If he wanted to, why not go buy MLW? Hey, why not go buy United Wrestling Network? Why don't you go buy the NWA? I mean, there's opportunities for them to. If Shane wanted to get into the wrestling business and compete against the WWE or TNA or AEW, he could. He just doesn't want to. And it's funny because there was all that talk about him and he met the Bucks and he met Tony Khan and they thought he was gonna buy into AEW. It's like, why does AEW need Shane O'Mac? The money? Nope. I like the mystery Big Energy Tears and the Hydro Blends. I haven't done the Hydro Blends yet, just because right before they started selling them, we bought a bunch of Liquid IV and some Prime and the Prime powder packets. So I have a lot of Hydro Blends. So I didn't buy any of the W ones, but I probably will on my next order. Yeah, I mean, that's just it. Like, what does Shane O'Mac bring to AEW at this point? Does he bring any eyeballs to the product? Probably not. Would he want to have a say on how things are booked? Probably. It's a bigger headache to deal with. And I would have turned him down too. I don't think it's a smart business decision. Triple H is making his own territory system within the WWE. Pretty smart, in my opinion. I think so too. Oh, Scooby. I don't know if I could say that out loud, Scooby. I'll tell my wife later, though.
What do you say?
So I keep saying Double D as a reference to Devin. Dave Scooby says, when you say Double D, are you talking about Devin or your wife? Should I say that?
Yeah.
She's bigger than that. Triples. Let's see. I think he would have been good. Depends on how they use him. Yeah, I mean, look, I think. You guys are doing a lot of talking here. Devin says Shane O'Mac brings the first initial pop for AEW, then brings nothing after. That's it too. That's exactly it. Wrestling with Classics. I'll post a picture of my wife on the Discord. I don't want to do it on TikTok. There was already one creepy dude in here. I don't need more than that. Definitely ain't a Page sister. No. I think he would have been good. Depends on how they use him. Yeah, I mean, like, look, if they wanted to use him as a like a mouthpiece, I could see the benefit in that. But like again, what's the long term for Shane? What does he get out of it? Aside from a paycheck, which he probably doesn't need. How long does Triple H have left on his deal? If he's not there, no one will watch. That might be interesting. That I could see that. Jason says general manager role for. I mean, yeah. I feel like that's a scapegoat role for him. If that's where you put Shane O'Mac, he becomes like he's the scapegoat for anything that goes wrong in AEW. Oh, it was Shane's idea, Wrestling with Classics says, I don't watch AEW or WWE. I'll watch matches here and there, but I don't want to see Shane McMahon wrestle. To be honest, I never did. Yeah, I agree with that too. Wrestling with Classics. Shane, look, I didn't hate Shane McMahon in the limited wrestling he did back in the early 2000s, but now I don't. Just like I don't want to see Goldberg. The dude is not a young man. I don't need to see somebody wrestle who's not in wrestling shape. There's a lot of guys out there who don't need to be on my TV anymore. Shane could have been Moxley's higher up. Other than that, I don't know. Yeah, see, and that seems like a very small role for that guy. In all honesty, he should have partnered with Freddie Prinze Jr. on that project that he wanted to do for wrestling. AAA walks and HBK leaves NXT. WWE will go under. I mean, look, there's talks that The Rock's trying to get his buddy, can't think of the guy's name right now, into the creative. And I don't know what happens with that. Mitt, I appreciate you, man. Mitt, I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I have a real life friend I went to high school with, and his name is Matul Patel. It's Mitul. So every time I see your name, I instantly think of my friend Matul, and so I always pop when I see you pop on here. Yeah, I don't see what Goldberg would do for a guy like Gunther. Yeah, I don't see that either. I don't know what I don't know what the benefit is to adding. Mitt, does your brother-in-law live in Southern California and own a hotel? Josh, yeah, well that's the thing. His buddy doesn't the Rock's buddy, whose name I can't think of. I think it's Brian Gerwitz. I think he's the creative for The Rock. He's the guy that does all the creative for The Rock. So uh, he doesn't have to be in creative to run the show. He's got somebody to do that for him. But I agree. I think Triple H is. Oh, Mitt, that's so weird. Mitt, message me offline and just tell me what city he lives in. Just for giggles. Uh, uh, where was I? I mean, that's the thing about The Rock. Like, he doesn't have to be in creative to run the company. And I do think that Triple H is doing a really solid job with the WWE. I hear a lot of people complaining, oh, this, that, and the other. But, like, you have to build characters. You know, what they did for Roman Reigns and the entire Bloodline faction for the last, like, 2 years was to build up this huge, like, conglomerate of wrestlers. And everyone that was a part of the Bloodline became a bigger star after the Bloodline storyline. Now it's still technically going on, and it's like the third string Bloodline members. But you know, there's a lot of fun things that we could see Jacob Fatu do, Solo Sikoa. You know, whatever direction they decide to take him. Jimmy Uso's still around. I hear that they're trying to maybe bring Jimmy and Jay back together for a bit. And again, I don't hate that. The guy is supposed to be hurt right now. He's been wrestling injured for about a month. And so, like, he shouldn't be winning world titles. He should be losing them. He shouldn't be winning main events. He should be losing them. The guy is injured. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Judgment Day did a lot to build up all those guys. And Damian Priest was not a superstar until after the Judgment Day, after he got the rub from Edge and then got the rub from Rhea and Finn Balor, for sure. Guzman, my day's going good, man. I'm still going to be here on TikTok Live, but I'm going to end this live on YouTube because we're moving on to the different channel. We're going to talk